Let's do a headlight removal video on A4, A5, Audi, so on. A lot of them are going to be very similar. B8 B8.5, the B8s are going to be screw in with screws, and what happens is a lot of times these things will split, these screws will come loose. Someone put different screws in this panel, so I'm not even going to show it. These are typically fat coarse thread T30s, I believe, and then the later models, they just used plastic push retainers. So I've been putting a little dab of hot glue on here and then just screwing them in not so tight so they don't split this plastic. That's what I've been doing. But so all you have to do is just pull that straight out and back. These are not clipped in, it's just you see they've got overlapping lips that go into this grill. So we'll just put this to the side because we got to get to all these bolts. I think there's 4 of them, T30s, and there's one connector. Now my hood strut's missing. I don't typically suggest putting your hood up that far. Let's get our T30 bit out next. Right there. We don't need to take that all the way out. Sometimes there's junk in there as well. You got to take a pick and clean the rust and the dirt out of that fastener. But we're just going to unscrew that slightly. About 1 full turn. I'm going to go ahead and unclip this wiring connector. Push in, pull the tab down, wiggle and pull back. Sometimes it helps to spray some lubricating spray on there. This is really kind of the first time I'm looking at this car. That was halfway hanging off. And if you lose this, or if it's halfway hanging off like that, you can get water and condensation in the headlight that's really hard to remove. So there's another T30 in the back right here, and we're just gonna loosen that about 1 full turn as well. And then we have a top one right here. We'll take that all the way out. And then this one on the corner, we only need to slightly remove that one as well, just like 1 full turn. So now all we do is just gently and carefully remove the headlight because it's got tracks down there. If it's not wanting to come out, just jiggle it a little bit. See, I'm just using one hand, so right there we go. Pull it out. Now putting it back in is a little more difficult because you got to line it up with those tracks. See right there? Those have to line up. And you don't want to scratch your bumper or anything. So another thing is you can lose this rubber on the side of the headlight, that little insulator cap. See how you can scratch your plastic if you do bounce it around in there? Now, this is where you want to really line up those tracks. See how it fits in perfectly? And we'll find our witness marks and we'll screw it in exactly how it came out right there. And then we'll just put this panel back in like this, right like that, all the way across. Don't over tighten these. And that's how to remove and install your headlight. Plug it back in, obviously. Like and subscribe.